Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to my channel. Since it's Ramadan, I thought I'd share with you guys 3 super delicious snack recipes that anybody can make and in very less time. So we are gonna start off with paneer poppers. Here I'm chopping one medium size red onion in fine cubes. Then I'll be chopping 2 garlic pods and a handful of mint leaves into fine pieces. You can also include tomatoes, bell peppers, carrots, or any other veggie of your choice. But I like going very minimal with my veggies so that it doesn't interfere with the flavor of paneer. Now in a mixing bowl, I'll drop in 150 grams of crumbled paneer. Here I'm using homemade paneer, but you can always use the one available in the market. Amul Malai Paneer tastes great in this recipe. Next, I'll be adding 1 medium size boiled and grated potatoes and all the veggies that I have chopped. That is the onions, garlic and mint leaves. For seasoning, I'll be adding some red chili flakes, salt and pepper according to my taste buds. Finally, I'll go ahead and add 2 scoops of cornstarch so that the mixture is nicely binded together. I'll be mixing everything very nicely so that all the flavors are evenly spread across and I get a soft dough kind of a thing. I'll allow it to rest for good 15 to 20 minutes. I'll also be using some raisins or kishmish in this recipe and I'll show you how. So with a well greased hand with oil, I'll take some mixture and make a flat patty with it and pop in 2 to 3 kismis or raisins and roll it into a nice round ball. Instead of raisins, you can also add cashew or even cheese. It takes it to a whole next level. But I prefer adding raisins as a personal choice because it goes really well with the soft and creamy paneer and makes it really very rich. But yes, be sure that your balls are nice and smooth and do not have any cracks in it, or you may end up breaking it while frying. To prepare a coating for it, I'll be taking some cornstarch and roasted vermicelli or sevai as it is called and crush it into fine pieces. In the cornstarch, I'll add some salt, some pepper and chili flakes and then I'll make a slurry out of it by adding some water. I'll be mixing everything really very well till everything is nice and smooth and does not have any lump. Next, I'll be dropping my ball in the slurry and then I'll transfer it to the vermicelli. Make sure that the ball is very well coated with it and if needed, you can go for a second round. Freeze these balls for at least 10 to 15 minutes. It is not compulsory, but I highly recommend you to do it so that it doesn't fall, you don't have any fallout. Now I'll boil it on a medium flame. Make sure that the oil is not too very hot, otherwise you may end up burning the outer layer of your poppers. Once the balls are nicely fried, brown and crisp, transfer it to a tissue paper. Take my words on it, these paneer poppers are super delicious. If you're making it for kids, avoid adding chili flakes and black pepper. You can enjoy this with tomato ketchup, mayonnaise or any dip of your choice. Do let me know how did you like this recipe. Our second iftar snack recipe for the day is vegetable lollipops. As a part of my weekly meal preps, I have some boiled sweet corns, grated carrots, finely chopped capsicum and French beans already set aside. I promise you this recipe is going to be very colorful. Now in a mixing bowl, I'll be taking 2 large size boiled potatoes and I'll be mashing it with my hand. You can anytime use a masher or even grate your potatoes, but I feel it makes it kind of sticky, so I mash it with my hand. Now I'll be dropping in my grated carrots, my capsicum, French beans and corns in the potatoes. You can use any vegetable of your choice. Red and yellow bell peppers and grated cabbage goes really well in this recipe. After mixing all my veggies together, I'll be adding some finely chopped garlic and chili, half a teaspoon of dark soy sauce for some added flavor. You can also add chili sauce instead of chilies. And then for flavoring, I'll season it with salt and pepper, and then 2 tablespoons of breadcrumbs. I'll combine everything really very well together and allow it to rest for good 10 to 15 minutes. The mixture is looking already so edible, isn't it? Now for coating, I'll again take some cornstarch, and instead of roasted savoy, this time I'll be taking some breadcrumbs. This is my homemade breadcrumbs, and then I'll make use of some ice cream sticks for making the lollipops. Now in this, I'm only going to add some salt and water and make a nice smooth slurry out of it. It should neither be too thick or too runny. Now I'll take a small amount of mixture and make an oval shape out of it. This may be a little time consuming, but it's all worth it. Now I'll pop my ice cream stick in it and make a nice lollipop kind of a structure from it. If you do not have ice cream sticks, and I know it is difficult to get it in this lockdown period, you can anytime go ahead and make tikkis out of it. It may not look as beautiful as this, but I promise it will taste equally delicious. Now I'll coat my lollipops nicely with the cornstarch slurry which we have just now made, and then cover it very well with the breadcrumbs. The more you will put on it, the more crispier it will become. Now this is a super duper recipe for your kids' lunch boxes. This way you can make them eat any and every vegetable which otherwise they don't. Now shallow fry your lollipops on a medium flame from all the sides. Make sure you don't skip the top and the corners of the lollipops. Once everything is nice and crispy, transfer it to a tissue paper. Now this lollipops can be enjoyed with chutneys and tomato ketchups, but I'm going to prepare a special chutney for it. Now on a medium flame, I'll place a pan and pour in some oil. I'll drop in some finely chopped garlic, grated capsicums and carrots, or any veggies which is left out from your lollipops, and then I'll pour in some tomato ketchup, soy sauce, and mix everything really well. After cooking it for good 2 minutes, I'll pour in some water and allow it to come for a boil. For taste, I'll be dropping in some salt, and once you can see the bubble starts forming in, drop in 3 to 4 tablespoons of corn flour slurry. This will help to thicken your sauce. Now once everything is together, transfer it to a bowl and enjoy this delicious dips, not only with the vegetable lollipop but any tikkis or kebabs which you make at home. The last recipe for the day is green gram or moong and split chickpeas, a chana dal, falafel. Now falafel is basically a Middle East snack which is generally made up of whole chickpeas, that is chole, but adding some moong dal and split chickpeas is my version of it. Now I'll begin with chopping some chilies, ginger and garlic into large pieces because any which ways we are going to grind it. Next I'll be chopping 2 whole red onions into fine pieces. You can add as more or less onions as you wish. Adding more will make it more crispier and adding less will make it more softer. Choice is yours. I'll be taking half a cup of chana dal and moong dal and I have soaked it overnight. Now I'll begin with grinding my chili, ginger and garlic coarsely. You can see the texture. It is neither too thin nor too thick. Next I'll be grinding the dal mixture. Again same, this you have to grind it coarsely. Just be sure that you are not adding any water in it, not even a hint of water. Now I'll transfer it to a mixing bowl. I'll add my ginger garlic chili paste and for seasoning I'll be adding some sauce, that is fennel seeds, salt and coriander powder. Next I'll be dropping in all the chopped onions and I'll mix it very nicely so that everything is well combined. This may take a little time, but make sure you mix it properly. And now I'll roll it into a flat tikki. Falafels are round as well as flat. You can make it any which ways you like it. I prefer making it flat. If you have difficulty in this, you can slightly wet your hand with water. Now once it is done, place it in a refrigerator for good 10 minutes so that everything is set together. I forgot to mention that also add a pinch of baking soda in it. Now I'll fry my tikkis on a medium flame to make sure that everything is cooked from within. Once it is nice and brown, I'll remove it from the oil and I'll be transferring it to a tissue paper. You can enjoy these falafels with any sauce of your choice, any chutneys or maybe hummus. Also add some salad along because they go great together. And do let me know in the comment section below which of these recipes are you going to try this Ramadan. And if you enjoyed watching this video, please give it a big thumbs up. And subscribe to my channel, Amy's Amazing Life, for more such delicious recipes. See you next time. Bye.